to our November Board of Education meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Paulette Frias. Here.
John Crean.
Hip replacement.
That's a HIPAA violation.
Tom Grattan.
Here.
Scott Latham.
Here.
Brian Tobin.
Here.
In the event of an emergency, visitors are advised that they may exit this room from the one side door which leads directly into the parking lot. In the event of an emergency, everyone is asked to move away from the building and do not attempt to leave in your automobiles, since this may cause traffic problems and block incoming emergency vehicles.
Thank you. Brings us to our first hearing of visitors. Would anyone care to address the board at this time about agenda items only? All righty. That brings us to our consent agenda, which includes the approval of our minutes of our regular meeting of October 25th, our financial matters that include the schedule of our bills, our October treasurer's report, October monthly budget status report, transfers, extra classroom activity fund. We have surplus a bunch of old stuff. We have a donation from the Homer and Zeffman families for a coach bus to take the sixth grade students to an exhibit in New York City, and we have our CSE recommendations. Are there any questions or comments on the consent agenda? A motion to accept?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Old business? Anybody have any old business? Gosh, we lost our student after 1 month, huh?
He's a busy
Playing sports or something. Okay, superintendent's report. Dr. Morrow?
So there are a ton of activities going on at this time in both schools, between plays, after-school clubs that we have going on in both places, sports, different competition groups like robotics are getting set, and Quiz Bowl started. You know, I just want to mention a few of them so that, you know, our students and their families know that there's a tremendous amount out there, and I recommend that, you know, you get involved. There's so many different groups. We're going to have a gaming competition club that will start later this year, and I just encourage all of our kids to be involved with any and as many of these things as they can. It's great to see all of the kids at them. It's really a nice sense of normalcy. So I wanted to point them out and encourage all of our students, whether it's your traditional sports or clubs or music groups, or whether it's some of the other, less traditional things that we're trying out. I hope everybody gets an opportunity to try to be involved.
Great, thank you. That brings us to personnel. The superintendent's recommendations include Kristen Derrigan, extension of childcare leaves through May 13th, 2025, and leaving the district, entering the district part-time temporary. Richard Belva, leave replacement, extension through June 26, 2024. We have some coaching moves and appointments. This is after the season, obviously. Junior high girls second team soccer, Courtney Kane, who was formerly tennis, and junior high girls tennis, John Palmari, who was formerly cross country. And then we have winter coaching, assistant varsity boys basketball, Will Fujita, varsity girls winter track, Tim McCardle, and varsity winter track. Should that be Bill? Isn't it Bill Heine?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, John is his.
Oh, is it? I thought it was,
Yeah.
okay. That's right. Is there a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendations?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have to abstain from that because I have a family member amongst the recommendations. And then we have our NJROTC team, orienteering team, has earned first and second place. These kids are just amazing, these Rossi kids. Sorry, NJROTC orienteering team has earned first and second place finishes and has been invited to participate in the 16th annual NJROTC National Orienteering Championship, March 16th and 17th, 2024, in Lake York, Kings Mountain State Park, Blacksburg, South Carolina. The cadets will be fundraising to offset the cost of this trip. May I please have a motion to approve the trip to Blacksburg, South Carolina to participate?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Finance Committee report?
I guess, Chuck, this is just to
Right, so this was just a recommendation from our auditor
Right.
to accept that we have a procedure manual based on our legal counsel. They mentioned it doesn't have to be a legal policy of the district, but it's just, again, a procedure manual for grants that's fairly, well, it's a couple of years old now. But our auditor recommended just that the board knows that there is a procedure manual that we have that we follow.
Is this something that should be included annually on our, our July meeting when we do all the
Just a one-time
housekeeping
shot.
stuff?
Yeah, I think just the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, you making that motion, Mr. Tobin?
Aye.
Is there a second? Tom Grant, all in favor?
Aye.
Building committee, have you guys met? I know
We did
Johnson.
meet, I think we were gonna, they were gonna come up with a prioritized
Yep,
list.
we met and we met with the architect and we looked at what work had been done. He did share with us what some of the work that is being held up with still some of the supply chain things. And then we asked him to give us priorities, and then we're going to, come back together with a priority list of what we're going to be working on. When it comes to those projects, when I presented a few weeks ago, I had a list of things that we hadn't started yet. There was a lot of stuff we'd completed. There were a number of things that were in progress for us, and then there were things that we hadn't worked on yet, like, say, the middle school roof or middle school windows. So we asked him to come in and share with us which ones he felt were the most pressing, and then I'll put together something to share with the board at a meeting, and then as a board, we'll decide. Some could come from repair, and some would come from capital, and he identified which he believed they should go from. Okay?
If anything's from capital, then it has to go up. Yes. In May. Okay. Anybody have any new bits? Oh, policy committee, Scott, I'm
Nothing.
sorry.
Nothing.
No. New business, any new business? That brings us to our second hearing of visitors. I told you. Anybody care to address the board? You sure? Because we still have like 4 minutes. Wow. See, all those people should have stayed. It's so much nicer when people here. Board member commentary. Mr. Grattan,
I have nothing this evening.
Mr. Tobin,
Same, nothing.
Mr. Latham.
I'm gonna run out the clock to 14 minutes.
You go.
I just wish everybody happy Thanksgiving.
I echo you. Happy Thanksgiving to all. We'll see you after the break. Our next board meeting will take place Wednesday, December 13th. That may not be a good day. Okay, that's all. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thanks for sticking around.